Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. It's a bright new day and it's a Tuesday. It feels like a long time since I was here, but today is the day that the Lord has made, and we are here managing all the things that we need to be managing. And it's our free mentorship academy leading at every level, and this is session 10. And I think two more we are going to have another topic, but every day we are leading at every level where we are, and we come here on this Tuesday for every day for the last 5 years, and we're still counting, and we're a team of dedicated people who are consistent constantly, and we are here managing the things that we must manage at every second and every day of our lives. And today is 34 days of the 100 days of productivity activism. As you know, I am your national productivity ambassador, Dr. SunshineSylvia, and I'm pleased to be here today. So join me as we start the session. If you can hear me, just type yes, yes, yes. And you can also tell us where you're calling us from, where you joined us from, and we'll be happy to see you. So just have those moments to just welcome someone, tag someone that the Tuesday session is on. It's all about mindset, productivity, and our smarter goals that we set so that we can achieve those goals. So welcome to today as we continue to remind ourselves that productivity is not an event. It's our daily way of living, driven by mindset and action. Driven by mindset and action. Yes, driven by mindset, daily mindset and action. And I just want you to just, be like on our premises where wherever you are, do the positive vibes. And the positive vibes are the cocktail chats that we are always engaging in. But before I begin today's session, allow me to sincerely appreciate Dr. Stephen Mwansa. For the past 2 Tuesdays, he stepped in and anchored these sessions with excellence while I was engaged in several national and high-level platforms. And I just want to say thank you so much. I learned a lot on the topics, especially how to communicate with governments. I am one of the people that says, is this really necessary? Can we be able to do this, or can we do it this way? And you actually think that that is the right way, but I learned a lot that, government is a super tanker. It needs to really negotiate for something to happen. So this is why we are here today. And today it is another topic where we are saying, this is what it is when you step in someone's shoes and you even do great things. And we actually have plans, since he's my executive assistant. We are each other's executive assistants. We remind each other of what to do, how we are doing things, and where we're going. So I give him kudos as we go. So this is what is called leadership. Leadership is stepping in when needed. Leadership is ensuring continuity. Leadership is showing up even when it's not convenient. So, Dr. Stephen Mwansa, we appreciate you. Ashkul Stephen, this is the way to go to really manage, things that we are going to welcome you on several platforms, because we know that you are a strategist and we can rely on you on the daily things that we are here managing. So let me take a few minutes to reflect on the month of March. The month of March was the Women's Month, where it is celebrated from the United Nations to everywhere in the world. It's the United Nations. People who are in the United Nations, they all celebrate the Women's Month. So it's been a month full of engagements, but more importantly, a month of leadership lessons. I had the privilege of serving on several high-level platforms. I was, those who follow, I was unveiled as one of the 8 national productivity ambassadors in the country on 5th of March. So that's how the month started. So it started on a high note. And this, productivity ambassador role is not just a title, it is a responsibility to drive mindset change and productivity across the country. And it is such a huge privilege for me to actually share in the productivity of people that are around, our country, our beautiful Zambia. I also participated in the Cabinet Office Gender Division Conference on Women in Leadership, where I spoke on confidence building and public speaking. This is towards the people that are aspiring to be leaders in the political arena. And it was just an amazing, amazing experience there. And there, because I spoke on confidence building and public speaking, so it was like even a reminder to myself that if you have to speak to the people out there, to any group of people, you really need to be ready. You need to be assertive. You need to make sure that whatever it is that is happening in those lines. So I was so privileged to be speaking to would-be parliamentarians, would-be councillors, and would-be leaders in each and every level, because leadership starts there. And at every level where everybody is going to lead from, it is very, very important that they are assertive, they are confident, and they know their subject when they are ever going to speak to anybody. And because leadership is leadership at every level where everyone is. And I was reminded that confidence is not noise. Confidence is quite conviction. When you are convinced that this is what I'm doing, then you are you have confidence. Confidence is clarity of purpose and readiness to serve. Like every Tuesday for the last 5 years, and still count, maybe it's 5 years. It was 5 years in February, and now we are still counting the Tuesdays. So that is actually confidence, to wake up every day for 5 years on a Tuesday to showcase that this is what it is that I am doing every single Tuesday. I think it's amazing, and I think the consistency is a different name. I made someone who think this kind of consistency is crazy. Who pays you? Who pays you to be consistent like this? And I said, I pay myself. And this is what it is that we actually deal with. So confidence is clarity of purpose and readiness to serve. I was also engaged with Texelia University, American University, and in partnership with the Zambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, as I delivered something that was so powerful, where leadership should start celebrating the small wins that they actually encounter. And when you actually count on the small wins, be careful of how you celebrate the small wins, because the small wins celebrated daily makes the big wins as we are. And I was also as an entrepreneur in residence for the Lancaster University. I spoke to the students on 12th of March. That's how I celebrated the Youth Day with the Lancaster University in the UK. Online, we managed to speak to both business and leaders of how students should start to prepare themselves as leaders. So leadership must influence both the present and the future. And this is why when they asked, are you able to actually speak to the students on that day, on the 12th, I said, actually in Zambia, it's a holiday. It's a public holiday. And I would like to celebrate it with the students. And they were very happy that I actually took my, half of my morning on Youth Day to speak to the students, my students in Lancaster University. And these are business students who are making things happen at their own level. So I also attended and contributed to the launch of the National Apprenticeship program by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. And this was a powerful platform for connecting skills productivity and national development. It was anchored by the EU and also by ILO. I also participated in the Women in Green Business Dialogue with the Zambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry in partnership with FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization. It was so amazing. A lot of leaders in that business, in the green business, coming together to speak about the opportunities, to speak about how they can upscale, and to just speak about everything that make business count. And these are the things that we keep on doing on a daily basis. And also, this was actually a strategic. Please call Mutale and tell him I'm on the call. These are some of the things that I keep on, sharing with you in this morning. So I also participated. I had a strategic conversation on gender inclusion and sustainable economic transformation. And I also had the opportunity to engage the public through media platforms such as the 5FM. And that was also something that was really, really great when you speak on air. It means you are speaking to the public. And the way you speak to the public is you speak about yourself. And you speak about how you've been and where you're coming from. And, even the young lady that was interviewing me, I said, when I said, oh, I'm actually a village girl whose education has brought me where I am. And so I encourage everyone listening that education is actually the best, is the best thing that can take you away from wherever you are. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter what you do. When you have gone in class and excelled, you will be able to sit at each and every table of your choice, and you can be able to be counted. So pay attention to education, pay attention to the things that are coming, out of your own space. Education is an enabler, it is an equalizer. You can be anything and you can do anything. So I encourage those young people that are listening to me today to just be able to carry on, some of these activities that we are able to do every single day, because education takes away some ignorance, from our upbringing. Education takes away some, these doubts that, am I supposed to be doing this or am I supposed to be doing something else? So it takes away that doubt. And so if you want to take away some doubt, read something, engage somewhere, come to classes like our SBM training and consulting institute classes, starting with the opener to mindset change. If you're in a team of your business and you've got a team, or your workplace in a team, if you're a chairperson and you want your team to actually rise to the occasion to say they tore your line, you explain to them. That's how come we created this opener to mindset change, so that teams can be able to engage, teams can be able to just come together and see the bigger picture, see the vision and all the things that lie behind a successful team, and celebrate those wins. The opener teaches teams to how to celebrate little wins together. And this is where is the starting point, where you enable your team to rise to the occasion where you are. And all across all these engagements, I also had to go to a meeting of my club, Agora Club Zambia, where we were strategizing on our next AGM and the things that need to be there, the things that we need to put in place for us to have a good AGM. So across all these engagements, one key question stood out. Are we moving from engagement to execution? A lot of times we are engaged. We are engaged in a lot of business talk. We are engaged in a lot of things, but sometimes we fail to execute. So the question is, are we moving from engagement to execution? Because meetings are increasing. Every time you call someone, oh, excuse me, I'll call you back because I'm in a meeting. So meetings increasing, conversations are increasing, visibility is increasing, especially with social media. And I know I've got like my colleagues on the 8 hours, the figure eight conversations where we are engaging. What can we do properly? What can we do next? And so visibility has increased. So how are you doing with your visibility? But results must also increase. This is what we are saying. When we increase visibility, we increase conversations, we increase meetings. Are the results also increasing? And that's the question that we must always ask ourselves, because productivity is not proven in meetings. Productivity is proven in the desired results. They are proven in the desired results. And that brings me to today's topic. What does it take? What does it take to lead? What does it take to lead? Leadership is not about position. Leadership is about mindset, responsibility, and intentional. When we say intentional action, we are saying we have to be intentionally listening to ourselves and being able to execute. Life goes on whether you are paid or not. But how you show up still matters, because somebody is watching. Someone outside there is watching. And you do not know where you will be counted. Sometimes you just see your name pop out. Like even the productivity ambassador. I just saw, I just received a letter popping, and I said, oh, wow, where is this coming from? And when I did ask, and they said, no, we are seeing, your progress. We are seeing how you are making, life different, and especially coming out of the facilitation of the mindset change process, which has helped a lot of leaders. And we actually did train the Minister of Labor in mindset change, and the results are awesome. And I think, those are some of the things that people see and people engage. They also see you through your service organization. And I'm sure when they saw people read, they go to your social medias, they read about you. And this is why you have to be intentional when you're putting things on social media. Are those things that you put on social media, are they helping you? Can they be, can they trace them back to your life? How are you living? How are you intentionally making things happen around yourself? So they saw that I was the first woman of color to lead Ladies Circle International. They asked me, how did it happen? And I told them, about it. I was elected in Romania. I became president in Iceland. And I said, what are you doing in Iceland? Because I'm Ladies Circle International president. And, I did my year in the Netherlands, where I actually opened the World Cheese Market. So those are amazing, amazing things. And each place where I went, I had to meet, the mayor of the city. I would meet, I met first ladies. Like the way when we were chartering Ladies Circle in Israel, we chartered it in Israel State House, hosted by the first lady there. And it was just so amazing. We chartered 7 clubs in Israel. And these are some of the things that for me, confidence building, showing up, being useful, making sure that you are doing things that are really about you, intentional living and service, and being productive at the end of the day, because that is taking action. I mean, if I didn't take action, and things just don't come, you have to apply. Your country has to, to nominate you. You just don't nominate even yourself. Your country nominates you, and then you go and have an election with several other people in different countries. And Ladies Circle is in now 35 countries around the world, and it made me travel to more than 40 countries, 30 countries around the world, where I was making things happen as a leader of the organization. And so this is why we are saying, what does it take to lead? Leadership is not about position. Leadership is about mindset, responsibility, and intentional action. And intentional action, because life goes on. And people, obviously, it's expensive to network. If you have to network for success, it is expensive because you have to buy tickets, you have to, to engage. When you have, even if you have bought a ticket, you can't just go and sit. You have to buy a drink, you have to talk, you have to have bundles in your phone, you must charge your phone, you must have a phone that you connect with, take pictures with the people, send them back, those pictures. And you connect, and then you say, because when you're speaking or when you're engaging at that, because you are busy listening to the people that are speaking to you, you can't engage from the people that are on the ground. So you take note of who they are, and you come and say, I met you and such a place. Also saving, the numbers, because you just don't save a number, you will forget. You have to save a number, like the way I will save, your name, and I'll say where I met you and why I must connect with you. So that at least when I'm connecting with you, I know who you are and what it is that we are looking for, to uplift one another. So how you show up matters. And because people are watching you in those areas where you are, and it's just those areas where it matters. And you know that one day someone from that network will contact you. So be careful. Dress up for the occasion wherever you are. Don't say, no, I don't feel like so, even if I'm like this. No. If you're not comfortable in your dress where you're going out, take it out and wear something else, because someone is looking, and there's someone who is waiting to put your name or to put your piece of the puzzle somewhere where you are required. So let me engage with you. Where are you joining from us today? And just type, I am ready to lead. If you're committed to growth, I'm ready to lead. Are you committed to growth? Just type that in the live chat so we can be able to see you. Yes. So leadership begins in the mind, here in the mind, at medulla oblongata. It begins here. Leadership begins in the mind. When mindset is right, behavior aligns. When behavior aligns, productivity increases. Leadership, therefore, is not. Leadership, therefore, is mindset in action. Mindset in action, because this is what we are talking about. We are talking about leadership, and are you taking action? So, what does it take to lead? Number one, actually, it takes a growth mindset to lead. You must believe that you can grow, contribute, and influence outcomes. You have to influence the outcomes. If you do not influence outcomes, you go by the wind. Whatever anyone says goes. You are waiting for someone to say this is what it is. And this is actually what sometimes we get misunderstood on. When you are influencing, you want to influence the great outcome, of whatever it is that you're doing. So some people think you are taking their space. Some people think, you are too much. Some people think, but leadership, that's what it demands. It demands you to grow. It demands you to contribute. And it demands you to influence the outcomes, the desired outcome, not just an outcome, the desired outcome, so that you can move. And two, confidence with purpose. Confidence is not arrogance. When you are confident, and it's not arrogance. Confidence is not arrogance. It is preparation. It is clarity. And confidence is integrity. Because you cannot go out there and speak about things that are not actually good about you. When you are confident, it means you also have integrity. Because when you are speaking, you have to speak about things that look like you, that are like you. That is what it is. Because a leader does not know everything, but is willing to learn and take action that is desired. Do you believe in leadership? Do you believe leadership requires a position? Yes or no? Do you believe leadership requires a position? Yes or no? And we've been actually talking about leadership can lead at every level. So does leadership require a position? You can type in the chat box. Is it yes? Is it a no? So that we can be able to educate one another and bring out those matters that is there. So I want you to have the ability to communicate, because that is the third one. Having the ability to communicate. Leadership requires communication that inspires. A lot of leaders, I've observed some leaders, they will just bring out a communication that does not inspire. In fact, it shuts people up. So as a leader, you cannot bring about a communication that shuts people up. As a leader, you have to bring communication that inspires. That inspires everyone. That inspires your team. That inspires whether it's a service organization or it is a job or it is every leader when they speak, they must inspire. Every leader, when they speak, when they communicate, they must connect the dots, tag something. A lot of people don't even know how to respond, even in a group, in a WhatsApp group. They just go and speak yes or no. Is this at yet? They don't even go to type the message so that people understand. They don't have to ask questions. For me, I have learned an art of communication. I have learned it so well that whatever I'm speaking about, I go and tag someone. I read, I prepare. A lot of people want to go into a room without being ready. They don't read communication. So, they don't even read the rules of the game. So you find that you're always like you're antagonistic. But because you are confident, you know how to communicate. You are ready, you are aware of your surrounding. You know how to communicate. So you have to, when you communicate, when leadership communicates, it mobilizes people. It does not disturb them. It does not cut off the things that are there just to show that you are the leader. It mobilizes people. And this is what comes out when you are even communicating as public speaking is not performance. It is influence. You're influencing your crowd. You're influencing people that are listening to you. If you don't influence people that are listening to you, you even find out that people are making noise. Everyone is in their own corner and speaking. So leadership requires communication that inspires, connects, mobilizes people. That is good communication as a leader. It also discipline and consistency. Leadership is daily. And when we say leadership is daily, it is growing, showing up every day. It is following through what we discussed last week. Has it materialized? Is it speaking to us in the right way? Is it what we desire? Leadership, doing what must be done. You must do what you must do daily. Even when no one is clapping for you, just go ahead and do it. Whatever it is that you need to do, go ahead and do it. Even if there's no one who is clapping, but you know that you have actually made a difference in your communication. So we must also move from engagement to execution. This is where many people struggle. We are engaging, we are talking, we are meeting, but are we implementing? Are we implementing the things that we want to implement? We must move. Why must we move? We must move from conversations to commitment, from commitment to implementation, and from implementation to desired results. And I always insist on adding desired results because the result is the result. But those results, is it what you desire? When you launch something, you've got a result. But is it giving you the desired result that you want to make happen? So I want you to help me to engage you. Type execution. If you agree, we must move from talk to action. Just type out execution so that we know that you are listening. So let me now bring in a very important, a truth. Leadership is expensive. Even when it looks free, leadership is expensive, even if it looks free. Your time is not free because time is ticking from the time that you woke up. Even these 30 minutes, we call it Free Mentorship Academy because we don't ask you to pay anything. But it is not free in essence because we have to pay for this platform and we have to pay for our bundles. We have to pay for, for electricity. We have to pay for so many things. And in the background, preparation, we have to prepare for the day. So it is actually not free. But because we don't ask you to pay, we say Free Mentorship Academy. All the people that are asking, can you mentor me? Can I come and sit in class for free? This is class. You can sit in this class for free. And if you are intentional, you'll be able to, to make something out of it. Your time is not free. Your knowledge is not free. Your preparation is not free. Someone somewhere is paying. And they say there is no free lunch. Yes, there's no free lunch. Even if you've been called for lunch and someone is paying, just know that someone is not free. Someone has paid for it. So this is why we are saying it is expensive. Leadership is expensive. So when you show up prepared. You show up intentional. Show up to add value, because leadership is not attendance. Leadership is contribution. And it is so great that we are here. And I just want you, because we are running out of time, because we want to be intentional about the times that we are here for. So in closing, we continue this journey of productivity activism. Let us not just attend life, let us lead in it, because at the end of the day, productivity is not proven in meetings, productivity is proven in results, and leadership is proven in how you, me, show up every single day. Invite you to, and here, let me just say this, because I am your National Productivity Ambassador, I want to invite you to join the 100 Days of Productivity Activism. And this, you can DM me so that we can share the link for you, where you can actually join, so that you can fill in the ministry has created a survey form which you have to fill in so that you can be counted as one of the productivity activists in the country. And we are keeping a record to show after the 100 days how many people engaged, how many people want change, how many people are willing to be productive, how many people are willing to change our economic status of our country. And for courses, we have the starter, the Opener to Mindset Change, program for boards, exco teams, and senior management, as well as the mindset change process, which is an enabler for us to be able to execute the things that we want. So connect with us on 09755244185 so that we can be able to just make you shine and make you grow and make you go out there with positive vibes. Every day we are doing cocktail chats so that we can have positive vibes and do count blessings that we are here to serve and we're here to connect. And on this note, I say have a very, very productive day. Today is the 34 of the 100 days of our productivity activism. Stay ready, stay connected, and have that difference in the place where you are. Thank you so much and be blessed. Dr. Sunshine signing off.